So I got two messages for you guys. If you're a lady watching this and you do this, don't tell people you watch my channel. Tell them you watch another YouTube channel, okay? And for all the guys out there, watch out for women like this, all right? One of the most important laws in life is to avoid the unhappy and people who just attract bad luck. Because like a drowning person, they'll bring you down with them, all right? So this video is I first when I first saw this video, it kind of blew my mind how much this woman self-sabotages. And it also kind of blew my mind how great the guy is and how ironic that good guys a lot of the times end up having to deal with women like this, you know. So if you're a woman, make sure that you avoid these types of behavior. And if you're a guy, let's just use it as a cautionary story. I don't care how good looking I don't care how good looking she is. All right. If she does this and you still see her, don't tell people you watch my channel as well. Okay. All right. Let's begin this. And if you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one for like dating advice, click in the description down below, and then you'll be able to work with me individually one-on-one. Let's begin this.
So uncomfortable for me. Made me really, really sad. All the girls talked about how great their connections were.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you something, people. When you cry a lot, one, it tells me you have no control over yourself. Two, it tells me you're manipulative. Okay, people who cry a lot do it for the effect. They do it for the effect. As children, they've noticed that when they cry, they could elicit attention. When they cry, people are more malleable to their suggestions and to what they want them to do. So a lot of people learn to use tears as a way to manipulate. But also, when you cry too much to someone, there comes a point when we see you cry a lot, it starts to have the opposite effect. We start to resent you. There's a certain contempt that we feel when you start crying. Once somebody stops reacting emotionally to your crocodile tears, it's over. The relationship is bound to end once they stop reacting to your tears. Tears should be your nuclear option. Tears should only be there during really important things. This girl uses tears to freaking wake up in the morning.
Like,
I bragged about you all night.
You were the only person who wasn't coming up to me, like being like loving, and like, why couldn't we do that? Like,
Jesus Christ, stop crying. And another thing about her is that she compares herself to a lot of people. One of the worst habits, and actually, honestly, one of the things that I hate in people, to be quite honest with you, is people who compare me and compare the relationship that I have with you with somebody else. That behavior will push people away. You might get them to do what you want them to do temporarily, right? You might manipulate them, but eventually they're gonna wake up and they're gonna see you as a second coming of Medusa. Well, Medusa was actually a victim. But when you compare people to other people, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Everyone else was.
I kissed you more than anybody kissed their woman tonight. I just felt really confident about where we were and the connection we had, to the point where I didn't have to be by your side all night.
Exactly. And the way that you deal with that, well, he's dealing with it the best that he can, right? But you can't expect people to give you the love when you're not giving it to yourself. And let me explain to you what self-love is. Is being able to calm yourself down when you're in a state of high agitation. That's self-love. Because only self-love calms you down. So self-love is pretty much learning how to regulate yourself. How to let tough emotions go down like a fire, like it's like a house fire. You let the fire burn out. Stop adding fuel to the fire, which is what she's doing, complaining to him, using him as a vessel of self-esteem. And let the fire that's within you burn out, because eventually it's going to burn out if you stop feeding it. It may not burn out tomorrow, just like if you stop feeding someone, they're going to live a few days They're not gonna die instantly when you stop feeding them, but eventually they're gonna die, right? When you stop feeding the emotion, it's not gonna stop eventually. It's not gonna stop instantly. It has a lot of energy that you've given it from years of reinforcing those feelings. So pretty much before it gets better, it actually gets worse. And the problem with people like this is that they don't want to confront that, because in order to really become liberated from this type of self-sabotaging behavior that this woman has, you have to walk through that fog of emotion you've been fearing this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's fine. I don't need you by my side, but like, that's why this is very sad to me, because like, it was just a very...
How is this sad? This is like going out with our friends and you know where I stand. I'm the luckiest person. I'm the happiest person here. I'm sorry you feel that way, but...
Thank you for acknowledging how I felt.
Yeah, still, yeah, and this is the thing with women like this, is that they need constant reassurance, and there's nothing wrong with constant reassurance. The problem is how she reacts when she doesn't get it. Is that she uses manipulation. She doesn't communicate well. You know, it's like those people who can't argue without yelling. Who can't, you get what I'm saying? And then when you yell, they'll tell you to be quiet. You know, this is the type of woman, and this is before you even marry her. I can promise you, this woman has a finer form. She has a finer form that this man has not seen yet.
I didn't feel loved by you. I didn't feel like I felt like I was inconveniencing you every time I like walked up to you.
That's just projecting. And you can see how this is pretty much all going on in her mind, honestly. This is all going on in her mind. And this is why we self-sabotage. These things happen in our minds. And so we project that out into the world, and we can have a perfectly peaceful situation. And because we have a self-sabotaging mind, we ruin what could have been good. And this is the way the brain works, is that the brain gets accustomed to a certain lifestyle per se, and that lifestyle is like a mood, right? It's like some homeless people. They're comfortable being homeless. You try to give them a better home, and they're not comfortable with it. Or people who go to prison. A lot of prisoners are very comfortable being in prison, when to the point that if they actually get let out, they unconsciously commit crimes just to get back in, because they feel comfort with the routine. Sometimes we're comfortable. Our brain gets comfortable with certain states of mind, even though it's suboptimal. So whenever you find someone that's good for you, you're going to unconsciously create problems to recreate the scenario that you're comfortable with. Negative emotions forge certain patterns, certain pathways in our brain. And the more we feel those emotions, the more those pathways get reinforced, like an addiction. And so the way that the brain reinforces those habits in a good situation, how do you do that? Because the situation is great. How the fuck are you going to sabotage it now? Oh, the brain knows how to do it. It'll find a problem, or it'll project a problem. It'll create a problem, like she's doing.
I want to be around you. I love being around you.
I just need you to hear me.
Sounds like a hostage that I hear.
It like hurts. It really hurts.
Oh God, this is like Melissa. I'm sorry. I apologize for calling you toxic. This girl is she's out of control.
All right, I don't ever want to make you feel sad. I was so confident.
Really hurts.
Listen.
I'm sorry. I don't ever want to make you feel sad.
I'm sorry. I don't ever want to make you feel sad. So any weak man, which he's not, any weak man would then the next time, especially if they have a savior complex, would have tried to do what she does, and that would have reinforced that behavior and made it more likely that she's going to use that next time for manipulation. And you know what, man, it kind of sucks that this is how she's cheapening herself down, because this is the way she has learned to receive love. You know, I would love to see her parental dynamic, because at the end of the day, this is not excusing her, but most likely she just didn't get the love that she maybe she had narcissistic parents. You know, it's not an excuse for her behavior, but it does explain it.
I was so confident on my decision with you, and I was so confident that you had that same decision with me.
And I do. I love you. I love you with my entire heart, and that's why I'm having this conversation with you. Because it hurt. Babe, I love you. I'm having this conversation with you because
I love you too.
Because it hurts, okay?
Dude, I just thought that was a given. I wouldn't have asked you to marry me.
I know, but you have to understand, like, that it hurt me.
You see, you call this self-absorption. This is what you call this. And victims understand that as long as you cloak any self-absorption under the cloak of victimhood, or that I am hurt, or that you are hurting me, you could sort of sneak in your manipulations through that. This is why when people use victimhood as a way to manipulate you, unfortunately, you have to play dirty. You people who play the victim, you trying to call out the victim game, it's not going to work on them. Actually, you have to play the victim as well, or excuse yourself from the situation. This woman is highly manipulative. It's nasty work. Her tears and her victimhood was how she was able to get some validation, because right now she feels validated, right? And what's happening is that this is just being reinforced. He doesn't notice it, right? But this is just being reinforced. And this is why people like this, you can't help him, because if he doesn't reinforce her, what tends to happen is, like, when you don't get that drug hit, you lower your standards even lower, right? You lower your standards and you leave, and you find someone until you find someone who's willing to give you that hit. And like a drug addict, like a crackhead, don't ever underestimate the willpower of a crackhead. They will go the lengths to find their hit. This type of woman is trapped in her own echo chamber of victimhood, and it's to me, as I look at it compassionately, but at the same time, she's self-aware. Like, there's a part of me that senses that this woman is self-aware of what she's doing, which is kind of pissing me off right now.
I know that. I know you care about me.
I do. I love you.
I feel like you're questioning that I love you.
What do you want me to do?
Bitch, shut up!
For her. What else do you want me to say? I don't understand where this is going.
Okay, and now here comes the crime.
Making me mad. Okay?
Well, now she's getting mad.
I don't understand where this is going. This is making me mad.
So now she's going from sad, she's going through the grief process now?
Okay, I'm telling you that my feelings were hurt.
So now she's telling you in an angry way. Let's really think about this. This is crazy, bro. I've never seen. This is crazy, man. So now she's telling him that she's hurt in an angry way. Now, so this, one of the things about control. One of the reactions that people have when they lack control is a sense of helplessness, a sense of, so with the sense of helplessness comes depression, right? But also it comes with anger, right? You either feel depressed or angry. And anger usually happens when you can't control. Oh my God, this phone is not working. What the fuck? It makes you angry because you can't control it. You don't go, oh my God, this phone is, or you could go, oh damn, this phone doesn't work. This girl is reacting with anger because he doesn't see her point of view completely, and that lack of understanding other people's point of view and only looking for your own point of view, that type of stuff pushes people away. It pushes people away. You're eventually gonna end up dying alone because you're just so self-absorbed. You're gonna die alone. You're gonna die in a metaphoric desert full of imaginary enemies that you have conjured up yourself.
You made me feel uncomfy.
Okay.
You made me. Oh my God, people, this is.
So just take it.
You're treating me unfair.
You made me feel uncomfy.
Uncomfy? The fuck is this?
Hey,
So just take it.
you're treating me unfair.
You treated me unfair. Good for you, my man. Tell her. So he called her out on her bullshit, and all of a sudden she became silent. I mean, I was getting silence of the lamp. She became humble and more quiet.
I love you too.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Like, what the fuck is he supposed to do? Have a blood path? Don't even give her any ideas. But whenever you're this type of insecurity where you saying I love you 1,000 times is not enough for them, this is the type of stuff that hell is made out of. You see, I've seen this look many times. That's the look of a dude who's saying, is this worth it? You know, and I could promise you that if it wasn't for her bickering and complaining and projection, he wouldn't be feeling this way. You know, it's funny how many times we see this situation and we sort of create some distance between us and the girl. So many times we're actually her and somebody else is him. So many times we're actually the ones creating problems. People in her head, most likely, she believes that her complaints are real. Like, not from her reality, but from all of us, all of our reality, she thinks that we also see it from her point of view. And because she doesn't see the actual source of the problem, she would never see the problem. She would never fix it. When I was younger, people, I'll be honest with you, I pushed a lot of people away because I was just insufferable. I really was. I talked a lot. I was rude. I was very insecure, so I would try to overtalk people. You know, I thought I was being confident, but in reality, I just looked like an arrogant person. And one day I just asked people. You know, I asked the most honest person that I knew, and she told me that. And when I realized that, it was like it hit me like a ton of bricks. It hurt. I felt depressed. I felt embarrassed at how stupid I was when I was younger. And I'll be honest with you, I cried because I just felt so stupid. And I called a lot of my friends. I was like, look, man, I apologize for embarrassing you. I called one of my friends that I think I should have not apologized for that one. One time we were at a party, and it was all black people, by the way. We were all black people, a bunch of Puerto Ricans, which is same shit, and 3 or 4 Jewish people, right? And like, and one of the Jewish girls, she was like, yeah, you know, I'm a Jew and blah blah blah. And by the way, people, I'm Christian. I was Christian. So one of the things about Christians is that we're taught to love the Jews, and to this day, I love Jewish people because of my Christian background. You know, it has nothing to do with the Israeli government. You know what I'm saying? But just the people, because that's just my Christian background, and Christians are taught to love Jewish people. And I was like, oh, you're Jewish, nice, like you're Jew, right? Like a Jew, because Borat, and he's a Jewish guy. You know, he's a Jewish guy, Borat, doing this, coming from a Christian who loves Jewish people. It's like making fun of a family member. But I was stupid. Don't do that. She's gonna think I'm anti-Semitic. You know what I'm saying? And then that same day, we were doing a toast. Oh my God. And you know, people, look at the way I look. What the fuck do you think I am? You think I'm white? And they were like, so what are we gonna toast to? And I was like, I have an idea. Are you guys ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3. I was like, white power. and one of my friends, she's white, my white friend's boyfriend, he was like, what? What do you mean white power? And I'm like, yeah, I'm kidding. White power. I'm just kidding. Yo, they were so mad. But I'm like, motherfuckers, do you guys really think I have a freaking cone, a white cone hat in the trunk of my car? Like, do you really think that's me, like, really saying white power, motherfuckers? Like, they took it seriously. That's the one thing that I was like, no, fuck that shit. Y'all were a bunch of snowflakes. All right, let's continue. So we call that, like, the white power. Oh, yo, man, I'm telling you, man, when I was younger, I was wild, man.
Today I was worried about you, babe. You had me really worried. You got back after being gone all day. You like walked in and you're like, sup? You didn't kiss me one time today.
Oh my God, this is a psycho eyes. He's like, oh, what? This is the eyes of a man who's about to leave your ass after the show's over.
Like walked in.
Look.
And you're like, sup? You didn't kiss me one time today.
The psycho, I'm trying to not look psycho look. Once again, you didn't. People, this is a burden right here. If I'm with a woman who, when I have to walk with you, I always have to hold your hand. We have like rituals. I have to kiss you this way, do a spin-a-rooney, and then kiss you in the freaking nose. This is a burden, and when you substitute your own your own self-soothing mechanism, when you substitute your own affection, your own personal affection, and use somebody else as an extension of yourself, as an extension of a limb that you don't have, which is self-love, that person will resent you because they can sense that you're not even interacting with them. You're interacting with your own phantom, your own insecurities.
I did kiss you today, though.
This morning?
I kissed you when you're in the bathroom getting ready.
Did you? I'm sorry.
Kissed you on your cheek, and then before your friends came over, before my last meeting of the day.
She's like adding it up. She's like, okay, all right. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. All right. You live one day. All right.
Kissed you on your cheek, and then before your friends came over, before my last meeting of the day, I kissed you like right here. Because it was like right after you got done getting ready. I'll work on kissing you a little bit more.
No, babe, that's not it. My main concern is like, and when you do say I love you don't really like say it. It's just kind of like, love you.
And you don't want me just to go through the motions.
Honestly, this is annoying the living crap out of me. This lady's toxicity is truly. I mean, even Lucifer doesn't believe this. It doesn't believe this.
It's just to say it or just kiss you just because I know you want it.
I just want you to want me.
I do want you. I asked you to marry
It reminds me of the meme. I want you to want me.
me because I am 100% invested and going to do everything in my power to make you my wife. And I want to.
She's not listening. She's not listening. Another thing is when people don't pay attention. When nothing that you say comforts them. When you're the type of person that you're hard-headed, cabeza dura, you're gonna end up pushing people away. And for me, anytime I see this, where I have to go above and beyond to soothe her and it's still not enough, I'm gonna end up feeling like I'm less than, because why am I not good enough to make you feel good?
Have a life with you. I want that more than anything at this point.
You gave me this.
I know I did. I do love you.
I want to feel it.
So that's not enough that you get. I'm arguing with her, man.
And I don't really feel it right now. Today and yesterday.
So you could feel it today and not tomorrow, and that's a problem? Oh my Lord. And can you see how she doesn't see how that's her problem? So pretty much I'm starting to think this woman is a narcissist. I hate to call people narcissists, but this woman doesn't see that the source of her lack of not feeling love is not this guy. And rather than talk about it, she attacks him. That's the issue. It's not that you want more love from the other person and you're asking them, but that you're attacking them as a method to get the love that you want. Jesus Christ.
I didn't really feel any love from you.
I'm not going to be able to tell you I love you.
Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to do a backflip? You want me to do a spin a Rooney? You want me cartwheels? A monkey double backflip? How about that? Come on, man.
Hour of the day just because I'm working from home. I love you to death, and I really do care about you. But truthfully, you've been a little clingy.
Thank you. Beautiful. Oh, she's actually saying clingy.
Clingy?
Well, you're saying you want me to give you more love and affection, and I feel like you're giving me too much.
Tell him. It's Women's Day too. Tell him. Tell her. That's what I'm talking about.
Clingy?
Okay, she's... Yo, this woman's crazy. First of all, to all the guys watching, let's be proud of him. Let's give him a round of applause, right? But also, my man, the show is not worth this woman. This woman will be the ruin. She's like Amber Heard. Look at this. So now that she stood up to him, he stood up to her. Now she's playing the victim again. This is just manipulation. She should act.
I felt like...
Are you fucking kidding me? And you're calling me clingy?
And now notice how she's getting aggressive. Oh my God. It's she has this like sad, helpless aggression attack. Sad, helpless Terminator attack. Sad, helpless finisher attack. It's like, what the hell's wrong with this woman?
That was fucking rude.
I really do love you.
I feel like shit. For you to say I'm clingy when I'm trying to do things.
People, honestly, I think you guys can see me with her. You guys will know what will happen. This show, they were like, where did contestant 225 go? I'm like, bye, bitches. This is not worth it, man. I'm leaving. This is my Alex for Mindful Attraction. This is some bullshit.
Things for you to prove to you, like,
I'm telling you how I feel.
I love you.
I'm telling you how I feel.
Okay, well then that says a lot.
Good.
It's not your whole personality now. I'm saying the last few days, you have been a little clingy.
A little clingy. He's being a little nice. How about that?
All right, well, expect a lot less from me now, because that's fucking bullshit.
I love you, and I want to be.
This man is good. This man is a good man, people. Or he wants to prize real bad. It's
with you, and I want a life with you.
You didn't kiss me once today.
I did.
You never tell me you love me.
You twice.
Okay.
You know who she reminds me of? Let me show you. She reminds me of this episode. Will Smith, girlfriend, Carlton, dinner. Right? This is what she reminds me of. Of this girl. Because he does he doesn't give her the full attention, and she's pretty much a bitch to Will Smith, right? Which is kind of like funny how it kind of reflects real life. And she has the same attitude, same.
And what is boyfriend?
This is pretty much his end game if he continues to be with her.
Green grass salad with blue cheese dressing. Next to blue cheese.
Right, so she's controlling his diet. She's controlling her not looking at another woman.
Janet, kiss.
Hey, how you doing, Tony? That's my cousin's best friend.
Do I look like I care?
Right, and this is literally the end game of women like this. This is their true selves. They cloak cloak themselves with a mask of victimhood, when in reality they're the predator, when in reality they're the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Aren't you feeling well, Janet? You seem a little cranky.
No.
Watch this.
Rude hat on tonight.
Right, this is
Someone has a rude hat on tonight.
right, look.
William, my soda is warm.
Yo, Gia.
So she's just controlling him, and pretty much, for me, honestly, I find the most despicable people, in my opinion, are not the people who are aggressive in your face, but the people who act like they're the victim when in reality they're a lion. It's the lion that acts like a mouse, when in reality this lion can eat you whole in one bite. Those are the darkest and most manipulative people, the ones who hide behind victimhood. And this woman, unfortunately, is showing that. It's disgusting, to be honest with you. It's really disgusting.
I'm about to marry you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a huge deal for me.
It's a huge deal
For me,
too.
for me, hear that? Isn't that funny how that works? It's not. There's no us in this. Play your part.
Because I'm clingy? I'm
Yeah,
so fucking tired of this shit. Like,
So notice how she doesn't take responsibility. She's not asking how can she change it. She goes back and plays the victim. God, I'm getting triggered with this, people. You know, we could watch her another time. I need a break from Chelsea, man, because I sense her spirit. I could sense it. I could feel it. It's dark. Is moody. It's too much. You know, and wherever she goes, there's a cloud of oppression that follows her, and anyone that gets near her will be sucked in like matter to gravity. There's no change in people like this. You walk away, and if you're a woman like this, or anybody that's like this, you got to look at yourself in the mirror, because most likely you've lost a lot of friends. You've lost a lot of friends, and I'm telling you, the worst types of people. You could be rude. You could even be evil. But the worst ones are the ones that hide their imperfections with victimhood and tears. That's just the worst of the worst, you know? And I'm gonna give a spoiler. He said no to her. He said no to her. Thank God. Nothing's worth this. Getting with her is called a Pyrrhic victory. A victory that comes with a lot of hidden costs. A victory that actually hurts you more than it helps you. A victory that is a loss masquerading as a victory. So many people have gained Pyrrhic victories, man. Anyways, man, this is crazy, man. This woman's out of control. This woman is. If you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one for dating advice, click in the description down below to work with me one-on-one. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna review this one tomorrow again. All right, guys, we're gonna have a brief intermission so that I can tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club video that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.